Good morning, everybody. It's Coach Erin here, and I hope you've had a fabulous weekend. But you know what day it is? It's Monday, and it's time to get your day off on a really good foot by setting those hourly timers and doing these 3 exercises / mobility. So you'll see what I mean in a minute here with one of them especially. But what we're going to do is it's full body day today. So we're going to work a few different exercises, really get you fired up and ready to tackle your busy Monday. All right, and start that week off with a bang. You got it? Okay, so what we're going to do is first exercise is going to be a single leg deadlift with a row. Okay, so normally, of course, before you start any exercise routine, you're wanting to warm up. So this one, you really just need to take it easy, okay? It's more just about getting the body moving, squeezing a couple of muscles. It's not about taking the most or the heaviest amount of weight that you possibly can. It's not about, in this case, going as deep and low as you can into the exercise. It's just about moving the body, initiating those movements with the right muscle groups, and that's really going to help your posture, help that energy, and increase circulation, which is our main goal, okay? If you want full workouts, then you're gonna have to, you can make these into full workouts. Of course, you have to do kind of a 5 to 10 or a 7 to 10 minute warm up prior to warming up the whole body. And you can always turn these into a workout by, say, like averaging like 12 repetitions of each for 4 to 5 rounds, or you could potentially do a timed interval, so 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest, 4 to 5 rounds again, okay? So if you want to do that, but then you want to make sure that you're warming up and cooling down properly. With these ones, it's just about getting up out of your chair and getting a little bit of movement in. Again, also if you want full workouts, you can go and visit my website, www.getupandmove.online for full workouts, Zumba and yoga, okay? So here, first exercise, I'm going to grab a couple of weights. You can do this with one. If you only have like a jug of detergent or something, you can use one weight. All right, I'm going to have 2 for this one. All right, so what we're going into is, as I said, the single leg deadlift with a row. So I will show you from the straight angle so I can show you the hips and the alignment, and then I'll show you from the side. I'm going to have to move back here. Okay, so how you want to start, as with everything. So we're doing a deadlift, so you want to be about hip width apart, okay? And you want to round through the feet, spread those toes out wide, okay? The majority of the weight's going to be through the heel, all right, to help you squeeze those glutes and activate the hamstrings. But you also want to pull that belly button in and up, squeeze the glutes, roll those shoulders up, down, and back, and you're going to be leading always with the chest. So with those deadlifts, again, our hip hinge is exactly that. This is our pivot point, is our hips. Everything else should be pretty much staying the same other than when we add the row, okay? So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one foot straight back, okay? I'm gonna try and ground myself into that standing leg. I'm going to try and make sure that my hips are both facing forward and level, not facing out to the side or twisting, okay? Again, shoulders down and back, just a quick body check before you get started. So this one, you're gonna lead with the chest. So chest is coming down first, glutes are squeezing. You don't have to come all the way down. You can come to about here, or even leave that back foot on the floor for a little bit of balance support. And then from there, you're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades together, drive the elbows up and back, and bring that into a row. As you're rowing, try not to, here I'll show you from the side now. As you're rowing, try not to extend that back. So you want to keep the core engaged. All right, keep that position and come back. Okay, so you're going to do 5 to 10 of these each side, depending on how much time you have and your comfort level. Okay, and when you're coming back, so you're from this position, get the row in, make them separate movements. You're really trying to squeeze the glutes on this leg, okay? Press into the heel, pull the hips forward, and squeeze those glutes. Oh, what's happening? Oh, I'm not sure. Something just popped up. Anyways, all right, so the next move, okay, push up. So again, more advanced move, but we can modify it, so I'll show you those, okay? So first off, I'm gonna show you from the floor, coming down into a plank position or a tabletop position to start. Always start your push-ups that way, okay? So spread the fingers out wide, weight through the thumb and the pinky, okay? And then you're gonna pull the belly button in, squeeze the glutes, and then take your feet out. Make sure you're rolling those shoulders down and back. Okay, so from here, regular push-up, you're coming down with the chest as far as you can to the floor, coming back up. As you come back up with this one though, we're gonna take a twist. So you're gonna take your opposite foot, right now I'm twisting to the right, so I'm gonna take my left foot, I'm gonna bring it under and reach it out. You can touch that heel onto the floor, but you're trying to keep your hips raised. Okay, back to center. Down, come on up, and out. Okay, so the modified version of this is really simple. You're still gonna do your push-up, however, you get that push-up done. So whether it's from your knees or not, so you're gonna come and do that push-up, come on up, and all you're gonna do is rotate your hips, even if you're just doing that. You try and get that lower foot out a little bit. You don't have to bring your other hand up off the floor. You can do this from an incline. And that would look like this. So get your push-up in, okay? And you're just reaching that leg under. Okie dokie. So that is the breakdancer push-up. Last but not least, yes, I have a pack of diapers here. All right, is the yogi squat. So this one is more about mobility for the hips, ankles, all right, and stretching it out a little bit. So yogi squat is, okay, feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointing about 45 degrees. Remember, you want to rotate those feet out or externally rotate the legs, but you're not actually, okay, but that's the tension that you want, okay? Your knees are trending over in the same direction as your toes, and you're coming down, squat, bum back and down. This one, and I'll show you a couple of modifications for it. This one, you're coming down all the way, okay? So you're kind of like in that crouch position. But one thing I want you to notice is we don't want to be rounded, okay? We want to be nice and straight, and I'm pressing out a little bit on my knees to get a little extra stretch in there, but not too much, just lightly, okay? Because my legs, this is still an active move. My core is still engaged, my glutes are still squeezing, and I'm kind of lifting through my heels, okay? So I'm holding this here, right? It's an active stretch, all right? So you can, if you're feeling really good about that, come on up and go back down and do 10 of those. Or if we need to work on a little bit of mobility, so if you can't make it all the way down, you can grab a stool or a block if you have a yoga block, or in this case, whatever, I just have diapers. So I'm gonna do this. So I can come down, okay, I'm gonna come down, chest is up, I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit, but I don't wanna relax, right? I wanna keep it active, press through the feet, through those heels like we're pressing the ground away, pull the belly button in, squeeze the glutes, and if you can, just come on up for a second and then relax. Squeeze everything before you come up, come on up and down. So this should help with the hips, oh yeah, all sorts of good stuff. Last thing is if you, and this is quite common, if you find that as you're coming down, you know, your knees, or sorry, your heels are coming up, you can't get all the way down. What you can do is roll up a block, or in this case I have some pads here, I'm just gonna rest my heels on there. Okay, it could mean that your Achilles tendon is tight, your calf muscles are tight, ankle mobility if you have an injury or anything like that. So that's just something that tells you that you maybe need to work on that mobility a little bit more and look into some stretches and rolling and things like that to help increase that mobility. But you can put something under here to help with that, all right? And if it's really not an option to get down, just do this on a chair. So as low as you can go, okay, think about that move, press the knees out as you're on the chair, okay, while pushing the knees back in and try and get that mobility done. So this A little bit of a longer one today, but I hope you guys find it beneficial, and definitely, please, you guys, tell me if you're trying these exercises. I'd really love to know. Maybe some of your favorites, maybe if you are struggling with any injuries or lack of mobility, maybe there's something that I can help with. So definitely reach out. I'm always here for you, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you again tomorrow for Tummy Tuesday. All right, let's work on that core. Have a good one.